say we want to do. Don't change. Never waver from what our game plan is. We should be fine.
So they want to devise, Greg, a strategy, come in and impose their will.
And that's what they want to do, but the reality is the best teams in the league know how to adapt.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Knicks.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
We've got Thomas. He's out there with Conley. Hands out there with Jackson. And it's Sampson in at the four-man position. There the group. New York will start the second. Jerome passes to Grant. Over to the wing. Shoots from the line. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it, just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, man.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Thomas dishes to Griffin. Here's Toppin, and Toppin throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Downs kicks to Brown. Floats one up. Moves back up. Going to go that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way. It's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Knicks to look forward to. That'll be just one game played a win from home for them.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Here's Lowry. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lowry's got 7 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
We've got 1:48 left now here in the second. Thomas surveying the D. A slam dunk by Thomas.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stop.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And the Timberwolves call time. Minnesota. Outside Lowry. No good on that one. So New York will take it the other way. Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Lowry passes the ball.
In this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
To the paint, and finished off by Griffin.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Lowry passes to Towns. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
You know, for a guy with Towns' size, I mean, to have this level of body control, it's no wonder.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Oh, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Offensive rebound. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make. And so it's New York holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Lowry out there with Brown. Then it's Elliott. Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Lowry kicks to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Griffin with the steal. An easy 2 points on the layup. Griffin's got the lead up to 10 now for the Knicks.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Griffin with the steal.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Lowry has the open look. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Jackson, he's checked in for the Knicks. And a change for the Timberwolves. Grant's checked in. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Here's Elliott. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Elliott's got his third basket of the night right there.
I guess Towns got a little bit of point guard in it. Big fella with a beautiful dime right there.
Griffin against Grant. Tries again. Griffin's shot is good. Griffin's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
And Seattle, right? Let's get back
Oh,
to
and
both those
Seattle.
cities.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the third. Back to Conley. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
A nice shot by McDaniel.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Conley. 1:19 left in the third. From the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jerome passes to McDaniels. Ooh, the double clutch. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you can see what makes Hachimura a tough cover. He can beat you with finesse, and also he can bring the hard hat. Shoot 2.
First one falls for.
And Hachimura's given name, Rui, means fortress in Japanese. And that's what he looks like out there. He's worked hard in the weight room, sports a solid frame with a terrific core and that great lower body strength.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Stewart's checked in for Nance. Thomas comes in for Jackson. And Jay subbed in for Mike Conley.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
There's 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Fletcher, shoots over Griffin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
He's off on the second. The Knicks leading by 14. Rebounded by Elliott.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Passes it to Hachimura. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Lays it up off the glass. Hachimura's got 4 this quarter. And Griffin, here we go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. New York shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First free throw is good. Griffin hits them both. And here is Hachimura. Takes a 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's New York sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back to the action after this word. Let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Jay out there with Thomas. And it's Stewart in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And he comes up with the deuce. 30 points for Jay.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Brown feeling it out a bit. To shoot, Elliott, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts of maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment. He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Out to the right wing. Shoots from the elbow. Towns kicks to McDaniel. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the double.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Here is Lowry. There's the pass to Elliott. Back to Lowry. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And you talk post up, face up, you name it. Karl Anthony Towns gets it done.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He's really molded that versatility into his game. I mean, he can pass it, drive it, shoot. You remember, he won the skills challenge back in 2016. I mean, he's a 7-footer for sure, but he's got guard skills, too. Great timing on the block there. Towns helps affect winning in a lot of different ways.
New York calls timeout. Timberwolves on defense.
As athletic a move as you're going to see right there. Unreal.
How about the hang time on that thing? Wow.
Well, you got to have some hang time if you're going to pull off that 360, and he certainly has some.
Grant the pass to Towns. To the inside. Lowry. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You know, when he orchestrates for his teammates, Towns becomes even more valuable to me. Really good when the offense is able to flow through him.
And it goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Lowry. Here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Grant, the bounce pass. Here is Elliott. Here's Towns. Makes it off the glass. Towns has got 4 this quarter.
Well, you got to do better to root Towns out of there. I mean, he's a really polished scorer inside.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And the Timberwolves call time.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Brown is checked in for Jeremy Grant. Timberwolves trail by 18. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Oh, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump. And they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer. Knicks with the rebound. Outside Griffin. With the floater, they grab their own miss, and Toppin throws it down.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
Yeah, GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
Brown finds Towns. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for New York.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And that's going to do it for the season series between these two teams. It's clear who had the better game plan and better execution, and that's why they'll finish up 2-0 against Minnesota.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jay.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to
Where did that come from? It was beautiful. What a punch. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lowry against Griffin. And he drops it in from the low post.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Griffin's shot is good.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Over in the corner, Brown. So no problem for New York as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Talking about money and problems, I don't wanna hear them. What the you thought would happen if you were part of the pulpit? You thought that you could subtract all your sadness when all your pockets the
An eyebrow raise?
That we're going to make adjustment points of either moving the camera forward or backwards on him, tilting it up or down, putting the focus on it, and then making sure we're seeing 3/4 degree angles the entire time of both sides of his face.
I'll do one more smile, okay? Thank you, sir.
Chris, your director, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Live coverage of the NBA here on. So look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Toppin, also Barrett out there, and it's Griffin in at the point. And for the Nets, they've got Robinson. Irving is out there with Harden, and it's Durant, and it's Perry in at the power forward. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you and you're going to have that be the case.
Oh, the power on that
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
that could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Outside Durant. Outside Robinson. Pass to Durant. Just trying to shoot. Tries to save it. Here's Irving, and it's blocked. But they recover it. And it's good, 2 points. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Stewart. Robinson with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Robinson going to work on that shot. Swatted away.
Here's Irving. That's good. A nice assist from Durant. Irving's got his second basket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Offensive rebound. Perry. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And a better box out saved him 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Irving passes to Harden. There's 3-pointers off the mark. Looking at the Knicks, they took the win in their last game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Griffin's shot is good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Robinson passes to Durant. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 2 points. That one goes. Irving's got 6 points.
You know, such a remarkable scorer. Kyrie has such a quick trigger. The D has no chance there.
Here's Perry. He's coming off a 13-point game against Chicago.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And the difference in that one,
setting the floor for the Knicks. Toppin is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then there's Jay, and it's Stewart in at the 5 spot. Back to Griffin. Second chance effort. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
and I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Brooklyn. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Brooklyn leading by 6.
You wonder if R.J. Barrett could be the best player to come out of Canada. Now, that's some high praise because I had many years battling against one Steve Nash. But R.J. Barrett has a high ceiling.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Dinwiddie. No good on the shot. The Knicks go the other way with it. And Barrett's father playing for the Canadian national team as well as playing overseas. And Brent, as you know, his mother, a nationally ranked sprinter.
Yeah, an unbelievable family DNA and lineage around a multitude of sports, and it really helps to be a generalist rather than a specialist. Couldn't ask for a better pedigree for one R.J. Barrett.
Here's Durant, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. New York called for the foul.
He's won an MVP. He's won a championship. He's won a gold medal. Been the MVP in the finals. It's a pretty full resume for one Kevin Durant.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them. Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Harden right side. To get open is Robinson. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And the Knicks with possession. They've gone in a 2-1, not allowing much.
Yeah, you could see that RJ had seen him open earlier and then got in the right spot to deliver.
1:43 left to play in the first half. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Timberwolves was terrific. He scored 46 points, and his percentage was impressive, making a number of his free throws and field goal attempts. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. He took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Lawson's checked in, and it's Powell in for Kevin Durant. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. There's 1:17 left in the first half. Outside Irving. He He dishes it to Lawson. Pass to Pop. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Powell's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's pretty much not how they defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Last time they met in New York.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the chart.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Nets lead by 3. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following half. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Shutting the floor for the Nets. Harden out there with Irving. And it's Durant. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Perry in at the 4. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
It's awesome to have a guy at that size be able to accelerate, elevate like RJ did there.
Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on and on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Durant kicks to Irving. Over Griffin. And the Nets miss again.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. Mike Conley's checked in for New York. Nets passing it around, and it's Robinson with the jam.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Knicks.
Passes it to Griffin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
For New York, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The Knicks making a switch here. Sampson's checked in. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Now, here is Robinson. 6 points for him. Up there for Robinson.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Here's Griffin. Buries it down low. Griffin's got 12 points in just the second half.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
Outside, KD. To get open is Robinson. Durant, no good.
Yeah, just a solid job on the back door. They are really control the inside. And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
The pass to Dinwiddie. It's good. Dinwiddie's got his third bucket of the night.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report.
It's just lethal. Once Kevin Durant gets into that spot, he can rise up, and it's pretty much going to go in.
New York calls timeout. So both teams making some changes here. The Knicks leading by 5. Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Thomas. Covered by Irving. Back to Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Banked in off the glass. Thomas got his first points of the night.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here now is Dinwiddie. 8 points for him. Irving for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Trying to find that consistency from distance that's stretching out the defense, and that's why Kyrie always has an available driving lane.
Here's Thomas, and Lawson with the block, and they're able to recover. Sampson's shot is off. Nets trail by 4. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Down low. Powell finds Lawson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lawson's got 7.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Sampson's shot, good. 5 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. With 2 seconds left. No good, shot missing. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Durant kicks to Irving. It's blocked. Here's Birch. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for New York. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Griffin slams it in.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Got a piece of it. Griffin with the steal. Here's the break. Nails the open triple off the fast break.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that and make you play just right down the throat.
But he stays with it. Irving passes to Harden. Now here is Lawson. Cloak loose. And they're pushing it up. And Griffin slams it in.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
On its way from Irving for two. No good again that time.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Nobody near Irving. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Feels like he's taking nothing but shots he knows he's going to knock down. Kyrie playing sharp here.
Back to Griffin. And Griffin slaps it in.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Without question, Jay displaying his skills today.
A smart move here, talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
Both teams will make substitutions. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. He warned them they've got to get back in transition. He said they've given up way too many fast break points, and he said we have to slow the pace of the game down and force them into taking some tough shots. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this here at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. Probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Quickly, that drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists now in this one. Durant with it. Pass to Perry. Three-pointer. He can't hit that time. The Knicks leading by 12. Griffin goes in, and then Griffin with the dunk.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
It's Durant on the wing. Barrett covering. For Barrett. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside, it's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Knicks.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And no doubtness. Look, they've earned this victory tonight. Tough to dominate the way they did.
Now, these nights last a long time when you just go out there and you outwork your opponent. You know that that's going to pay dividends. Tonight, it's going to come in a win.
Harden scanning the floor. Second 6. Now Durant. Shot to stop the run. It's hauled in by Stewart. Griffin against Irving. And the shot goes in.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And the shot goes down.
Nice mid-range J. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
And Griffin, here we go. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And the first one at the line is good. Griffin hits them both. And here are the Nets. It's an 18-point game. Valentine kicks to Martin. And Griffin sends it back. Good on the shot. 9 seconds left in the game. Here's Griffin. Good, he hits again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
Talking about money and problems, I don't wanna hear them. What the you thought would happen?
Charles, he's our actor. What's going on, homie? Keep it really loose. We'll take you through it one scene at a time. And action. Hey, what's up, Pete? Luca, how you doing, man? Hey, I've been watching your games, and I'm really impressed.
Now you're trying to craft him into, like, a better player. And action.
Appreciate you, Luca. Thank you, man.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys. Tonight, a celebration of the Latin culture. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you very much.
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. We've got Hayes. He's out there with Brown. And it's Love in at the small forward. And for the Knicks, Barrett is out there with Toppin. Then there's Jay. And it's Stewart in at the pivot, manning the middle. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
Love. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Pistons shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Griffin with it. Picked up by Brown. They double-team Griffin to the middle. Cuts off the pass. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Gobert trying to get open. They retain possession. Brown kicks to Hayes. Now here's Brown. 14 points from him the last game against Boston.
He was very active on defense, too, recording 3 steals for the game.
Here's Griffin, and he lays it straight in.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Now here's Hayes. D right on him to the inside. And the basket is good.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
And Griffin, here we go. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Gobert. He had 10 points in the win against Boston.
And 3 blocks on the game as well. I mean, he was going all out and making plays defensively.
And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Griffin can't get it to go in.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The shot's good from Hayes. And stolen by Love.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Pass to Griffin. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Man, he has come out focused and efficient. Love what he's doing at the offensive end.
Hayes up top. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Knicks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Griffin, and the pass to Stewart. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Now Hayes. Pass to Love. It's stolen by Barrett. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
They look to Barrett in these spots because they trust the young man's ability to finish in the open court.
Love outside. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Pokusevski, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Obi Toppin.
All the officials are all over that.
The Pistons have hit. The Knicks shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. free throw good from Thomas. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. On the floor for Detroit, they've got Gobert. He's out there with Fox. And it's Pokusevski in at the power forward. Softly drops in the floater. Fox has got the lead up to 4 now for the Pistons.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Nets was outstanding. He tallied 50 points, and he did a great job of letting the game come to him, connecting on a number of his shots. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his numbers. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
Thomas trying to break loose. Griffin's shot is off. And Love's got the ball here for Detroit. They lead by 4. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And in this matchup, last season, not one of the games went their way.
Thomas kicks the bill. Out left to the wing. And stolen by Love. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Love's running. And that one drops. And now it's an 8-point Piston lead.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Griffin attacking, and the layup's good off the glass. Griffin's got 8 points.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the side.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Love finds Hayes. Gobert down low. Here's Pokusevski. Knicks with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frazzled. They play with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire game.
And here's Hayes. Gobert, and it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Clock at 4. Near the three-point line, it's Love. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Pistons lead by 6.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so is Detroit, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. First half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg, do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. We've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Knicks, they've got Barrett. Also Tompkins out there. And it's Stewart in at the 5. Home in the paint. Pass to Love. Over Barrett. Misses off the left iron.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
His rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
It's tipped. Griffin with the steal. The finish, and then Griffin with the dunk.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Back to Love. Wide open look. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And the Pistons lead by 5. Here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. To Bay. And the shot goes in.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
The pass to Barrett. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Dishes it to Sampson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 17-foot shot on the way. And again, it's New York.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Servetus. And another 3 for Detroit.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. Both teams deciding to change it up. Knicks trail by 6. And Griffin.
Loved it.
You could see he was setting that up the minute he got his hands on the ball.
Well, you got to know what you're doing if you're going to do it, if you're going to try that, right? Oh, wow.
I'm sure plenty of practice hours went into it, and that has this team fired up.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Bay. 8 points for him. Shot clock at 5. Chambers the pass to from deep. George, another 3 for Detroit.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Brown, good.
And even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Stolen by George. Servetus. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Stewart. It's good. Stewart's got his first points of the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Chambers the pass to Bay. To the wing right side. 5 on the clock. Pass to George. Griffin with the steal. Now that's going to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turns things around.
George passes to Bay. Servetus, guarded by Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 11.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Griffin, and the layup is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
George with the bounce pass. Here's Bay. Goes to the reverse layup and cracks it in. Bay's got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Jackson kicks to Sampson. Griffin attacking and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. For New York, they had shot 50% from the line today, 3 for 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 9 seconds left in the third. From downtown, missed. And so it's the Detroit Pistons heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Right back after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. On the floor for Detroit, we've got Hayes, and it's Gobert in at the foul. Barrett dishes to Sampson. Yep, that one goes. Sampson's got his first basket of the night.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
There's Sheldon, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
Barrett finds Griffin. New York moving it around. Gobert with the block. And here's the fast break. Love leading away. There's Sheldon. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on R.J. Barrett.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And he sinks the second. Knicks trail by 8. They swipe it. Sheldon with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The free throw drops for Griffin.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And he makes both free throws.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
He's with it. He kicks to Gobert. Now here's Hayes. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
And these are the type of shots Gobert makes consistently. He knows his role well within the offense.
Toppin passes to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
That's what I call a momentum changer.
When you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no, he is there.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turns things around.
Here's Hayes. Gobert trying to get open. And Griffin sends it back. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Stewart's checked in for the Knicks. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the Pistons talked to his team during the break. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said, we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
The Pistons making a change here. Brown's checked in. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Barrett against Love. Brown outside. Stripped away. To the paint. Here's Griffin, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. The free throw drops for Griffin. Griffin hits them both.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
The Pistons leading. Now Hayes. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Brown finds Gobert. Here's Pokusevski. A shot that time, not on target.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Detroit, and he can't get the first one. And the Pistons making a change here. Good on the second free throw. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Out to the wing. Here's Hayes. Terrific assist and nice finish. Solid play all around.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when you're talking about a game down the stretch.
1:44 left to play here in the fourth. Passes to Brown. And it's Hayes in the corner. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Knicks trail by 6. Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
1:29 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Bay. Barrett covering. To the left side wing. Here's Hayes. And Griffin sends it down. And it's on the bottom to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. To Bay. Shot clock at 5. Detroit needs to get off the shot. Hayes, no good. The Knicks have gone an outstanding 4 or 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And Griffin slams it in.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Pull it in. Out is on the line here.
Crowd is so focused. Big time basket at a big time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Hayes in the post, defended by Griffin, and it's denied. They get it back. Hayes, the pass to Gobert. Goes up again. It's hauled in by Stewart. Oh, here we go with Griffin. Nobody back there.
Big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's what's your take.
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
I'm curious to see will they go for a 2 to tie or a 3 to win it all.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bay. Over Barrett. Oh, missed it. So post game sees New York take this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
'We're pretty great. I prefer playing basketball. This is for both.
Always a ton of style coming through the tunnel in New York City. The Knicks confident and composed as they get set to take their home court. A subway system in Manhattan, part of the experience here in New York. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. Hi everyone, this is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. So the Nets starting five. They've got Robinson, Harden out there with Irving, and it's Durant, and it's Perry in at the four. And for New York, they've got Toppin, also Barrett out there, and it's Stewart in at the center, locking down the middle. It'll be the Nets off the tip. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you upset, but I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. If you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are. You can win no matter where the venue is.
Griffin can't get it to go in. Brooklyn with the ball. Durant in the corner. Kept alive. Second chance shot. A nice shot by Perry.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
No, I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
They double team Griffin. To the inside. That one dropped for his second bucket. Again, 2 for 4.
R.J. Barrett with excellent vision. And it's not just the vision, it's the ability to put it on time and on target. Nicely done.
And R.J. Barrett setting records in the ACC for scoring as a freshman. Talk about his offensive package.
Well, Greg, for me, this guy is wired to score. He can dribble it, he can shoot it, and he can pass it. And I think he's at his absolute best when he's attacking the rim.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Here's Durant. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Pass to Pop. Lawson kicks to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Lawson. Chandler with the defensive effort.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
It's good. Griffin's got 11.
You know, you have to recognize the chance to push it, and they did. Great pass to get the ball behind the defense and an easy 2 points on the board.
The pass to Pop. Back to Irving. Dinwiddie against Griffin. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. New York moving the ball around. Chandler with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Powell, the pass to Irving. Shot on the wing, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the...
Nets trail by 5. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Harden. Durant is out there with Mitchell Robinson. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot.
Boy, how about the awareness from the big man? We think of Mr. Robinson as a shot blocker. What a pretty pass.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Pistons had a huge game. He scored 36 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. He put up great numbers and a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And they're looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is he...
championship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong, I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left.Ey're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been... And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skill to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played, and he makes good on the layup. Harden's got 15 points.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
And Griffin slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Down low. Good D by Harden.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
New York leading by 5. Here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Dinwiddie outside. 6 to shoot. Durant deciding where to go with it. Shot clock reset for the Nets. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
The one challenge Mitchell Robinson has had through the early portion of his career is a little bit of foul trouble. Nice to see him get to the line for a little bit of payback. One thing we know about him, he's got to stay on the floor to be effective.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Lawson's checked in, and it's Powell in for Kevin Durant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll... And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate. A move straight out of the circus. It's showtime.
Yeah, that might be too wild, in fact, Greg, for the circus.
And for his coach, holding his breath partly because of the spectacle and partly because he doesn't want him to miss.
Shoots from 14. Here's Perry. Outside for Durant. Takes the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, Kevin Durant goes right up with it. Doesn't give the defense a chance to react.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
Harden scanning the floor. Back Back to Durant. Knicks with the rebound. Stewart's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Nets trail by 6. Popped up there for Robinson.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Inside, Griffin. No good that time. Great D that time from Durant.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And Shea gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And New York making a change here. Thomas is checked in, and the Nets also making a change. Norman Powell's checked in for James Harden. Perry passes to Powell. Pass to Irving. Goes up on the wing. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Moment here now for an injury report. We've got a chance now to check up on Obi Toppin's status. David, what'd you find out?
Hey, guys, the head athletic trainer for the Knicks gave us some information. The way he's laboring out there, it looks like a lower back strain. And, of course, that would be a brutal loss for this team if he misses any time, as they're getting ready for the end of the season.
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
The shot's good from Irving.
In the mid-range. Rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
And Griffin with the score. The assist by Thomas. Thomas got 4 assists in the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There is no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he
Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
the truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
The first one falls. Mike Conley's checked in for Thomas. He hits both from the stripe. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Count that one. Irving's got 14.
How about the great body control by Kyrie Irving? One of the best small men in the league at converting through contact.
Pass to Jackson. To the middle. Here's Conley. That one doesn't go. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Here's Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists now in this one. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Conley, the pass to Stewart. Up and in on the way. He's got 6.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Irving passes to Birch, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
The drive by Jackson, offline from the high post.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. New York ahead. They lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Irving, and it's Lawson in at the 5 spot.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or 2.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Irving, good.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off the 6.
Dinwiddie with the steal. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got his 5th assist in this one. And Griffin, here we go.
As athletic a move as you're going to see right there. Unreal.
How about the hang time on that thing? Wow. Back to Irving. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And Griffin slams it in.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Let's check in for New York. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
And Griffin slams it in.
Seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Here's Durant. Second shot opportunity, and Griffin sends it back.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And the first one drops. And the Knicks making a change here. Niang's checked in. So he gets them both. New York's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. And Barrett slams it in.
Excellent instincts from R.J. Barrett right there. Finds the gap, drives with confidence.
Katie with it. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And he makes the first. Both good from the line that time.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Outside Irving. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Irving's got 23 points.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Boy, right down to the wire here. It's still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Irving kicks to KD. Back to Irving. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. He hits the first one, and that makes it a three-point lead. Nance is checked in for George Meehan. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a four-point ballgame.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Moving against Griffin. In the corner, Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
And now the fast break, Irving with the ball. Perry, no good. New York's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them.
Good job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's Irving. Perry from 15 feet out. Irving's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Guys, it doesn't get much bigger than that. Irving coming up huge right there with the bucket.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Jackson is checked in for New York. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Irving double team. A shot by Harden, wide open. Outside for Durant. Pass to Irving, deflects the pass. A fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Griffin, and they pick up 2. Griffin's got 49 points in the game.
Oh, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're behind by 6. 50 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, James.
Hey guys, no doubt who our pick is going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Here's Irving. Wide open. It's hauled in by Stewart.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And Griffin slams it in.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute. Man, that is a good one. Kyrie really just comes alive when the game gets tight.
And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Durant, the pass to Irving. For the 3. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And this is what makes KD special, the willingness to absorb the responsibility of the big-time shot.
That's right. No other option but to foul to put in this.
And the Knicks making a change here. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 5. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
Off the inbound. And the Nets with possession here.
That's what he gives them, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
The offensive rebound. So a close game sees New York take this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Talking about money and problems, I don't wanna hear them. What the you thought would happen if you were part of the pulpit? You thought that you could subtract all your sadness when all your pockets the fullest. Self-liberation not part of your mind. Think about this all the time. It's straight from the spine. Money and problems, I don't wanna hear them. What the you thought would happen if you were part of the
Boban Marjanovic, this is live from Boban.
What's up, guys? It's that time, NBA 2K22 cover reveal with my boy Luka. I want to show you the cover. Here you go, sir.
Thank you very much.
Long time coming.
This is amazing.
Sick, right?
Yeah. This is different than any others. It was like all little pictures, right?
Yeah.
This is different. It's very nice.
We really wanted to feature you. 2K22 cover.
Building in the United States, One World Trade Center, looking glorious tonight as we come to you from New York. Hello and thanks for joining us in Noche la NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Garland. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Reed in at the 5. And for the Knicks, they've got Barrett, and it's Griffin in at the point guard position. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, again, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, really a game that they should not have lost, but sometimes even when you play your best, it might not be good enough.
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Now, here's Garland. Oh, 11 points for him in that last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
He's passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break?
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Leonard, a three, sinks the triple.
Kawhi Leonard has worked so hard on his shooting to become more consistent, specifically the three-point shot.
And Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got his second bucket of the night.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's George. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
Let's just not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
The shot's good from Griffin.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Leonard attacking. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Such a difficult guy to keep up with, but also have a conversation with. Leonard, sometimes all you can do is foul him.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Free throw drops for Leonard. He's perfect from the line this time. For New York, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got 6. Here's Garland. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. All alone. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Griffin goes in, and Griffin slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Both teams will make substitutions. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, here's Campbell. Chandler with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 5. Pass to Barrett. To the inside. And the dunk by Chandler.
Yeah, you could see that RJ had seen him open earlier and then got in the right spot to deliver.
And here is Campbell. 14 points from him the last game against Philadelphia.
He's passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Sampson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Tried to shoot. Campbell defending. Chandler. Reed with the rebound.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Here's Campbell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Beasley's a guy who just hits the court hungry and ready to make an impact. He usually does that on the offensive end.
For Los Angeles, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Good from Beasley. Thomas checked in for R.J. Barrett. good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Thomas surveying the D. Latrey hits the three-point bomb.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Campbell, the pass to Reed. Now Campbell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
12 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Jackson. And that one, good.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
And so it's the New York Knicks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more in store for you right after this. Spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win. And there's no egos. Everybody has fun. We play together. We move the ball. We make sacrifices. And we enjoy getting stops.
That last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Thomas and it's Sampson in the power forward position. Here's Jackson. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I'd say that might have been the one difference.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Nets was outstanding. He scored 54 points. He's played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
New York shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And they had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing here by 8. Too long on the shot.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Garland with it. Now the pass to Leonard. Now, here's Garland, and he gets it to go. Garland's got his second bucket tonight.
The defense looked a little bit confused on that play as Garland moved nicely.
And finished off by Griffin.
Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish. Pass to none. Good work there as it goes.
And those are the kind of signs where Garland is improving his overall awareness to find teammates.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
Saw the box score the next day and thought about those percentages. They had guys just going off in that one.
R.J. Barrett's checked in for the Knicks. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Beasley's checked in. A nice shot by Griffin.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. To the left wing. Now, here's Garland. Over by Conley. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Garland.
Pretty silky smooth floater from Garland that time.
Griffin draws the double. Niang passes to Stewart. The shot, no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And the Clippers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And that one is good by Beasley.
More and more as a reliable spot-up shooter, Beasley with the feet set knocks it in.
And Stewart gets it to go.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
There's 45 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. A 3 from Leonard. It's rebounded by New York. Stewart's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Griffin slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. 34 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And here is Campbell, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Yes, that goes in.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Campbell, the pass to Beasley. Passes it to Leonard. Here's Conchar. 1 second left. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Well, just staying alert right there, R.J. Barrett with some nice defense.
And so it's the New York Knicks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
So for the Clippers right now, Garland is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Moreland in at the 4 slot. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts or opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
Is that good break for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
You think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom. And as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you've maybe won in a player.
The Knicks making a switch here. Sampson's checked in. Barrett with the ball. Garland picks him up. A nice shot by Griffin.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Clippers trail by 11. Garland kicks to Leonard. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. He can't get that one, so New York will take it the other way.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Garland with it. Griffin on him. New York leading by 13. Here's Sampson, and he dunks it down.
He's going to put that one in his trap. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Garland dishes to Moreland. Ball's not loose. Griffin with the steal. Stolen by Garland. A beautiful reverse layup. Garland's got 8 points.
Well, Garland's able to work around the defense that time. Pretty agile from the small guard.
New York calls timeout. Jackson, he's checked in for New York. .132 left in the third quarter. Griffin passes to Sampson.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Good on both.
A big fellow with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Pass to Campbell. 1:14 left to play in the third. Shot clock at 6. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Campbell's got 5 points in the quarter.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively. And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah. His teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
And again, the Clippers good for 2.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Got a piece of it, and they'll keep possession.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Panic on the putback shot.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Fires top of the key. Again, Los Angeles. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for New York. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Clippers trail by 14. And there's the pass to Campbell. And Griffin sends it back.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Campbell grabs the board. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Jacks up a three. And Griffin sends it back. And so it's New York with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got R.J. Barrett, and it's Niang in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Here's Leonard. Count it. Leonard's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Los Angeles.
The strength and that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Stewart's checked in for the Knicks. A free throw drops for Griffin. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from three and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision. You know,
hammering it in.
Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish. Outside Leonard. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Takes the 13-footer. Knicks with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the tip.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
I like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Reed's checked in, and Georgia subbed in for Malik Beasley.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. New York calls timeout. made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. New York moving the ball around. That one goes in. And that's now 37 points for Jay.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Leonard. Pass to George. Passes it to Reed. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Moreland. George from deep three-point land. Los Angeles with another miss.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Niang, that's good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Leonard on the wing. Over Barrett. And it's Leonard missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
The first free throw is good. Griffin hits them both. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Leonard. He tries for 3. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 11 rebounds in the game. And Griffin slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
The Clippers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Now, here's Garland. Barrett covering. A 3 from Leonard. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. McKinney's checked in. Kenrich Williams comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Garland. Down low, McKinney. And just miss after miss right now. The Knicks have gone 7 of 7 from the field to start the final quarter. What an amazing start.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Knicks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jay.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way, too.
Pass to McKinney. Griffin against Nunn. Just 5 on the clock. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
26 seconds left in the fourth. Now, here's Kennard. There's the pass to McKinney. Pass to Kennard. Got a hand on it. Right side, Griffin. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up for Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you later.
Talking about money and problems, I don't wanna hear all that.
Two cover.
When I heard they wanted me for 2K22 cover, I was like really excited. I think this is any kid's that play basketball dream. It's a special occasion for me. I think for back home here in USA, in Dallas, obviously. And I think I've been playing about 9-10 years of 2K. A lot of my friends play, we play together, so for being in the cover now.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, the Knicks taking on the Pacers. For New York, a standout first half of the season has them in first place in the East, a position they don't want to let go of. Pacers, Knicks, the tip-off coming up right after this. Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. So the New York starting five, they've got Barrett, and it's Simpson in at the four spot. And for the Pacers, they've got Domantas Sabonis, and it's Barry in at the small forward. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kevin, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
Indiana shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. And so he hits both. Now the Knicks with it. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
And the Pacers with possession here, following the score by New York. The putback. Sampson pulls it in. Right side, Griffin. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
And so just over a minute and a half played. A shot by Brogdon wide open. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Here's Temple in the game against New Orleans. Very impressive. That one drops for him.
I love how Sabonis focuses in and maintains that concentration. Very good at taking on the aggressive defense.
Outside for Griffin. Another shot. He lays it in. Griffin's got 11.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
The Pacers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Sabonis and slam dunk by Sabonis.
And you know what? At 6'10", dunking is low stress for Sabonis. Solid at getting himself inside for these throwdowns.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on it.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Brogdon following the score by New York. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Left in the first quarter. The Pacers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
On the court for the Knicks, we've got Jay, also Thomas out there, and it's Nance in at the center filling out the middle. Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
It's deflected. Temple. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start. Oh, mercy, mercy me.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Pacers trail by 6. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Older.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 43 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin, we'll see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
The Pacers making a switch here. Peterson's checked in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. We hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played as an era, you can hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You can go quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Sampson's shot, good. Sampson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
The Knicks have shot just 1 free throw early, 1 for 1 in the game. Here's Brogdon. No points in the game yet for him. Inside, here's Peterson, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster chance.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand punch.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And the pass to Houston. He kicks it to Temple. Lets the three fly. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
You know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
Pass to Barrett. This is to Chandler. Jackson with it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game. And we've reached halftime in this one. Knicks lead by 6. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis. Halfway through this one, plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
We've got Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Sabonis in at power forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Pacers trail by 8. Here's Temple. Swiped it away. And pushing it up. Here's New York. That one goes. Count it. 28 points for Jay.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
To the paint. Here's Temple. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Sabonis, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. New York with the foul. The Pacers shoot their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Hey, you got to think that expectations are always high for Sabonis as the son of one of the all-time great players. But you know what? He consistently has made his own mark and delivers outstanding performances.
And Griffin. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
What a play.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Johnson, the pass to Sabonis, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Can't afford to be too handsy with Sabonis. He's very good at forcing the issue and getting these calls.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Now Brogdon. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Johnson. Keeps it alive and staying with the play. Sabonis.
Well, one of the things that stands out with Domantas Sabonis, this guy is high energy all the time. He's a relentless glass eater.
And finished off by Griffin.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Brogdon kicks to Johnson. Allinger is trying to free himself up. Johnson can't get it to go. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Griffin with the ball. Pass to Stewart. New York moving it around. Here is Thomas to the inside. And Griffin with the score. The assist from Thomas. Thomas got 5 assists in the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, let's look at the numbers, guys. I mean,
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. They double team Griffin over Houston. Bottoms it from 11 feet away and 2 points from Griffin. Griffin's got 38 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Johnson left side. Passes it to Najee. To halt the run. It's rebounded by New York.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
That shot by Griffin, no good. Pacers trail by 16, and Jay gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. Houston shot's good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Griffin, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Griffin hits them both. The Pacers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Joseph against Griffin. And Joseph kicks to Temple. 11 feet away. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the New York Knicks with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll return shortly. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Barrett is out there with Jackson. Then there's Jay, and it's Stewart in at the 5. Pacers trail by 16 to the middle. Peterson, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Here's Griffin, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Here's Temple, and Jay gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The pass to Barry. Three-pointer on the way. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barry. Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. Here's Sabonis. Pass to Houston. Pass to Barry. Tried to shoot. Griffin with the steal. Now, here's Barrett. Defense right on him. Basket good. And the Knicks lead by 18.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact. And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, T.A. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And that one, good.
And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
New York leading by 18. Griffin draws the double. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. And he lays that one in.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
And Griffin slams it in.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Here's Temple. Timeout called the Pacers. Without question, Jay displaying his skills today.
And he continues to burn them with his scoring. And the coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
The Pacers making a change here. Ogden's checked in, and New York with a change here too. Sampson's checked in. Barry passes to Brogdon. Passes to Temple, uncovered, and it's good for 2.
Boy, Brogdon has such outstanding vision as a playmaker. Easily spots the wide open man there.
Here's Griffin. From down in the low post, it goes. Griffin's got 48.
Boy, he's filling it up right now. Getting the shots he wants and delivering in a big way.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Pacers trail by 18. And here is Brogdon. The pass to Barry. Here's Peterson. Inside. Here's Sabonis. It's rebounded by New York. Barrett's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Griffin. Here's and grabs the miss. And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for Indiana. Sampson pulls it in. Griffin looking around. And got it! Another basket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Boy, that's a testament to the strength of Sabonis. Fantastic at fighting through whatever the defense throws at him.
And Sabonis, no good on that one. The Knicks leading by 18.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for New York.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And making the right plays when necessary, closing out this club for the second time this season. This victory gives them a 2-0 lead with 2 left against the Pacers.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jay.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Oh, and he quieted down the crowd with that shot. Big, big play.
And that was a punch in the gut to those fans.
Here's Joseph, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, you can just see it in Corey Joseph. He loves to hoop. I mean, he's a talented offensive player who also gets after it on defense.
And Joseph drops them both. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Griffin. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making it GA look all too easy right now. Outside Fournier.
Get outside, get outside.
That shot off. And New York the other way now. Griffin inside, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
At the line of the Knicks, Griffin. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. 30 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Valanciunas. Lock at 6. For 3, Fournier. It's rebounded by New York. Outside Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long.
Talking about money and problems, I don't wanna hear them. What the you thought would happen if if you were part of the pulpit. You thought that you could subtract all your sadness when all your pockets the fullest. Self-liberation, not part of your mind. Think about